Manipur, polling to be held in 2 phases in Manipur, February 27 and March 3. Chief Minister N. Biren inaugurates Sarita Regional Boxing Academy at Mayang, Imphal. An youth shot dead, another injured at More Town. Irate locals demolish gunman's house. A very good evening. You're watching Mami TV English News Bulletin. I'm KABITA TONGBRAM with the news and details. Dates for assembly elections in 5 states, Uttar Pradesh, Goa, Manipur, Punjab and Uttarakhand were announced today. The 5 states will vote over 7 phases starting February 10 with the counting of votes scheduled for March 10. Uttar Pradesh will vote in each of the 7 phases on February 10, February 14, February 20, February 23, February 27, March 3 and March 7. Punjab, Goa and Uttarakhand will vote on February 14. Manipur will vote in 2 phases on February 27 and March 3. A total of 690 assembly constituencies will vote over the next 2 months, with the maximum in UP 403 seats, followed by Punjab 1117, Uttarakhand 70, Manipur 60 and Goa 40. The holding of timely election is the essence of maintaining democratic governance, the Election Commission said today, clarifying its decision to go ahead with elections in 5 states amid a sweeping third wave of COVID driven by the Omicron variant. The Commission said it had decided to go ahead with the polls after detailed discussions with the Union Health Secretary and Home Secretary, experts and health secretaries of the concerned states. To ensure safety, the Commission barred physical rallies and meetings till January 15, saying a review will be taken after that since the ground situation is dynamic. Chief Minister N. Biren inaugurated Sarita Regional Boxing Academy at Mayang, Imphal yesterday. Deputy Speaker of Manipur Legislative Assembly K. Robindro attended the inauguration of the Boxing Academy, named after the former world champion and Arjuna awardee boxer Laishram Sarita. Speaking on the occasion, Chief Minister Biren said sports are embedded in every Manipuri. Despite being a small state, sportspersons of the state have become champions in world competitions, stating that the government has provided monetary assistance of 3 lakh rupees each to the clubs participating in Manipur State League and 1 crore rupees each to the clubs who took part in Hero 1 League. The government is planning to assist 15,000 rupees each to some selected local clubs as well, he said. The Chief Minister sought people's support to Sarita, who is working towards developing the boxing scenario in the state, and promised that the government will extend all necessary assistances.
Government China Club Karakan Katlaga, Thagi Grand Piba Horeba, Tatagi Lagom, Sahiki Piba Horeba, the Afaba Football Club Single Bakror, Sahiki Piba Horeba, Hinjanabagi. And the boxing is a award international level, the Sarita. Yam Pazan Lore, Yam Pazana Sanade, even award from Arjun Award, Pambaga Pap, Pangway Abanate, the Magi performance, Magi Honism and the Rossi from the Labini, and the Massimang Nama, Koimaya Falkatana, Manipur Pumba, Manipur Katan Barat Pumba, Sautok setting away by Chenapini, the Mana Sumba Academy Mahanaga. Mana Kwigi state Sigi or region Sigi Sanarishing Puthoktana international arena compete we on the dream Magarina honor Pasi and I appreciate Tomini.
In a sensational homicide, an armed assailant shot that person and injured another traveling in a Brezza car at More Ward number 5, Muslim Nagar Laikai last night around 7:30. The driver of the car reportedly succumbed to the bullet injuries on the spot, while the injured has been rushed to a hospital. Meanwhile, irate people have vandalized the house of the accused this morning. The deceased has been identified as Raz Gasmir, 22, son of Kenu Prasad Gasmir of More Ward number 8, and the injured as Muhammad Mubarak, 24, son of Muhammad Tomba of Sekmaijan. The duo was traveling in a car bearing registration number AS11N630. According to the reports culled from the incident site, the assailant, identified as Muhammad Jail Hakik, stopped the car in More Muslim Nagar area and shot the duo. After attacking the duo, the assailant dropped the car and abandoned it along with the victims inside in front of KCC Church at More Ward number 2, Mission Wing. Upon receiving the information of the incident, a team of More police and More commando rushed to the spot and picked up the car and the dead body. The dead body has been taken to Jennings mortuary for post-mortem. Meanwhile, irate locals have ransacked the house of the accused, Jalil Hakik, this morning. Speaking to media persons, President of Manipur Muslim Council More, MMCM, Muhammad Razauddin, expressed strong condemnation at the brutal murder. He stated that MMCM has lodged a complaint with the police to book the culprit at the earliest. He demanded the authority concerned to arrest all those involved in the murder and award befitting punishment to them at the earliest. He said MMCM will extend all possible support to the police in efforts to nab the assailants.
Sana Manipur Muslim Council na tabaga sanction na mapamdal sanction lagat humu matumga masa pangdabdahi pulis da marilay na ba loyang madan pare ba pulis da report matam sana pidna muslim tin sula pulis tin sula ba matumga pulis dai pagi wakat se haiba mihat ba lupa se atu matamga agat piyo aduga ahak padan BPBU haiba koi Manipur Muslim Council da wakat ni aduga ngasi makso ayukta hajan bangam draba pasaw maraba praja mayam sangna haiba Jaulak Alliance Rohiti Yum Ase Mayam Punja Singh na Tugai Badagi Manipur Muslim Council na Timani adugo Mayam Gimo Kanna Horok na Maram Marga Namauda Dina Nagi Yum Para Amang Ata Thoi Masida Manipur Muslim Council na Thoi Ba Thodo Sida Thokaliba Nuba Sida Karimata Cooperation Piroi Mahapu Koi di Manipur Muslim Council na Phangba report Khuding Mak Mari Lainaba Authority Police ta Pidra Mahapu Athu Matam da Phagat Pada Mating Pangani.
Ashwini Vaishnav virtually inaugurated Jansatabdi Express, which connects Agartala and Jiribam, in presence of Chief Minister of Manipur N. Biren and Chief Minister of Tripura Biplab Kumar Dev, Union Minister of State Dr. R.K. Ranjan, Rajya Sabha Member King Sana Jawala Isemba, Mary Com, Transport Minister Vungjagin Volt, MLA R.K. Imo, and officials of Railways attended the virtual inauguration program held at the Cabinet Hall of CM Secretariat organized by Northeast Frontier Railway. Speaking at the virtual program attended by MP of Outer Manipur Parliamentary Constituency, Dr. Lorho S. Foje, and MLA of Jiribam Assembly Constituency, Asabuddin, Chief Minister Biren said Manipur and Tripura have been reconnected after 400 years with the inauguration of Jansatabdi Express. The Chief Minister eulogized Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Union Railway Minister Ashwin Vaishnav for the same. Union Minister of State Pratima Vomik, Transport Minister Pranajit Singh Roy, and other officials attended the inaugural event. A team of Visnupur District Commando arrested a person along with 50 kg of opium around 250 this morning. Addressing media persons in this regard at Visnupur District Police Complex, SP and Herozit said, acting on a tip-off about transportation of huge consignment of drugs from Churchandpur side to Jiribam along Tidim Road, the team of Visnupur Police Commando led by ASI of the unit, Gyanin Kshetriya, conducted frisking and checking operation in Visnupur Forest Gate area along Tidim Road. During the operation, a Tata truck bearing registration number AS01FC0271 was detained on Vishnupur Khopum Road. Upon checking the truck, the team recovered 4 packets containing suspected opium hidden inside the toolbox of the truck. Later, 59 other packets were also found hidden under a spare tire. The items are found to be opium after the team conducted a test using field testing kit, SP Herozit said. The arrested driver of the truck has been identified as Langpoklakpam Kiran, 29, son of El Sachi of Torbung Bangla Maninglekai. A fake RC book and a mobile phone were also seized from the driver. The truck is reportedly registered under the name of one Naurem Arun. The arrested person, along with the seized contraband items, has been handed over to Bishnupur Police Station for further necessary legal action, the ASP said.
Opium singasi pulam na weight ono matamda 49.5 kg gumba oi proper procedure toro matung dai koi na opium singasi seized away along with Tata trucks and one mobile phone aduga airiba driver Tata truck adugi driver duso koi na pai aduga koi police station Bishnupur da further necessary action as a source of the drugs maju thina na ba akoi actually di akoi ngarang attempt amari tawbani source of the drugs thina na ba adu ngarang makpi akoi phangbangam de adu makha tana akoi ma thina na bokona kigani masiga loina na akoi makha tarakpada akoi district asida election su lakpani na akoi various drive preventive drive mayama akoi chatagani against say liquor adigi against akoi narcotic substances adigi against antisocial elements trouble mongers aduga koi arms and ammunition had a UG machine mataka koi various preventive measures sama koi sanction beso hore makan tanah sanction gani.
Union Minister of State for External Affairs and Education Dr. R.K. Ranjan inaugurated the new Pandit Dindayal Upadhyay Multi-Utility Youth Center at Kaibulamjao in Thanga Assembly Constituency, which was built under the fund of Manipur Development Society. The first ever center opened in Bishnupur district is built with an estimated budget of 40 lakh rupees. Speaking on the occasion, Dr. Ranjan said the center will provide benefits to the youth of the district and help in building a healthy society. A handicraft and handloom center will soon be set up in the center. He opined that it will be worthwhile if handloom and handcraft societies of the area present mementos to tourists of Kaibul, Thanga and Loktak. He sought the support of local clubs and people to avail the benefits of the center for a better society.
Anna Layung Sangi Dr. Khana Naitaba Nambi Thong Pataba Punamak Ase Sahi Umpo Umdra Palava Bharat Ninkha Tamadri Palava Aduma Party Dula Tawam.
Meanwhile, the Union Minister of State also attended Aigi Imong BJP Gi Imong campaign yesterday at Yaripok, Bishanaha at BYFY ground organized by BJP Wangkemanda. Speaking on the occasion, he said BJP-led government has been able to deliver a transparent government which has been a wish of the people. During the last 7 decades, people of the country have been living with poverty, lack of medical facilities, improper connectivity and unemployment under a political party. However, the country has witnessed a positive change in the last 7 years under Prime Minister Narendra Modi-led government. Similarly, the state also witnessed unrest in our daily lives like economic blockade, band and fake encounters in the last 15 years. But the state is moving towards an equal and better state under the BJP-led government within 5 years.
Anna Layung Sangi Dr. Khana Naitaba Nambi Thong Pataba Punamak Ase Sahi Umpo Umdra Palava Bharat Ninkha Tamadri Palava Aduma Party Dula Tawam Deo Adumu Matamadura Mayam Thambire Bharat Processes Sapote Karigi Sapotriba Layriba Mishing Adugi Mayunda Kokhan Kulamam Unti Jana Laite Adugi Matata Yum Singda Visually connection P-Day, Layram Day Luinana Sak Tonuna Yas Layram Day Adumu Sahi Taret Asigi Manunga Shri Narendra Modi ne het Malak Padagi Lamang Tunam the Kong Habam Uramba Bharat ki Praja Ayam Mana Layram Badao Nasi Shri Narendra Modi ji ne het Malak Pada 2014, 15, 16 Bhavni Manunda Bharat Praja Apu Pada Kuhamam Kulamam Latrine Toilet Bharat ki Praja Sundar Sabik ne
President of Hairok Block Congress Committee, TONGBRAM, has said the final electoral summary revision for Hairok Assembly constituency published on January 5 is a total mess. Name of 2 non-Manipuris have been included in the family list of polling number 33/8 of the constituency. Addressing a press meet held yesterday at the HPCC office, he said in the final electoral roll, 2 non-Manipuris, namely Muhammad Ibrahim on serial number 655 and Shahjahan on serial number 656, were listed in the family list of Rafi at polling 33/8. Earlier, a complaint was filed at the Election Commission of India and Manipur High Court over the incorrect list in the electoral roll of the constituency. Amid this, yet another case of inclusion of 2 non-Manipuris in the electoral roll has come to light. He drew attention of the Joint Committee on Inner Line Permit System and authority concerned to look into the matter and appeal to them to take up action against those involved and booth-level officers. In a judgment by Manipur High Court, it was stated that the electoral roll of the constituency must be reviewed as they found evidence of the inaccuracies in the list.
House number 65 da 65 si hanle ni pa si ming si Rafiki Musida Manipuri ani Haji Muhammad Ibrahim Habamaga Shahjahan Habamaga ani si nan Manipuri ani si Yafslam bagi kudum changdam ikoina netagi sindokchab da masi pangle masi matang sida ikoina hajaning is di Haji ILP ki yehu kan leriba koi nan Manipuri si koi Manipur da laiba yade haibagi yehu makan legi mar sida karam matau karam na karam dagi la aga masi kenosi hapsilam li bano haibasi ni koina hangeng buangdi aduga masida hapsin beda yariba madugi daita logiriba belo singsina kari damukta nan Manipuri si karam ani tawna hapsilam li bano haibasi sarkar na amasung ILP ki magi degi sumasi action kida lokat piraga masi aran masi suntok biba tangai pade.
Different organizations of Moirang Assembly constituency staged a protest rally at Moirang Market demanding government's recommendation to include Meitei in the scheduled tribes list. KG Moirang Kendra Apunba Chemical All Moirang Kaitel Pambil Imalop, Apunba Moirang Sinmilop, Scheduled Tribe Demand Committee Manipur STDCM and Naharupana STDCM Bishnupur District jointly organized a protest. General Secretary of Chemical H. Somikanta, Publicity Secretary P.H. Samjai, Joint Secretary L. Boy, Advisor of Chemical Y. Surjit Kuman, General Secretary of STDCM Bogendruzit, Publicity Secretary W. Anand, Convener of Naharupana Coordination Committee STDCM Bishnupur T. Khaba Kuman, and Secretary of All Moirang Kaitel Pambi Imalop L. Ibema took part in the protest. Prior to the rally, people gathered at Moirang Market and took out a march in the surrounding areas of the market. The protesters chanted slogans like include Meitei in the scheduled tribes list and send recommendation to the center. Let's take a short commercial break. We'll be right back.
LX Sublimation. Pauna Bazaar Imphal, JMG Shopping Complex, First floor. Mafam asida mug printing, cover printing, t-shirt, keychain, photo frame, sublimation ki pot khuding mug wholesale da pangbigani. Items available are mug printing, cover printing, t-shirt, keychain, photo frame. All the mentioned items will be available at wholesale rate in LX Sublimation.
Welcome back. India recorded 1.41 lakh new COVID-19 cases with 285 deaths in the last 24 hours, 21.3% higher than yesterday according to the data shared by the Union Health Ministry. The total case load in the country stands at 3.53 crore, with 285 COVID-related deaths. The total reported death count increased to 4.83 lakh. A total of 40,895 patients with COVID-19 recovered in the last 24 hours, which brings the total recoveries to 3.44 crore across the country. The recovery rate also stood at 97.30%. Meanwhile, India's active COVID-19 case load stood at 4.72 lakh. In the last 24 hours, active COVID-19 cases increased by 1 lakh. Over 2 crore teenagers in the age group of 15 to 18 years have received their first dose of COVID-19 vaccine in less than a week of the inoculation drive being launched for children, Union Health Minister Mansukh Mandavia said. On the other hand, India reported 64 new cases of the Omicron variant of coronavirus in the last 24 hours. With this, the total case load of Omicron in India has risen to 3,071, of which 1,203 have recovered. Political rallies, dharnas and demonstrations have been banned in Pulban, Uttarakhand until January 16 in view of the rising coronavirus cases, according to an official order. A group of students and faculty members from the Indian Institute of Management (IIM) have written an open letter to Prime Minister Narendra Modi urging him to speak up against hate speech and caste-based violence in the country. The signatories said that the Prime Minister's silence on these issues was emboldening the hateful voices. The letter comes in light of the recent Haridwar Dharam Sansad event where some Hindu religious leaders urged people to take up arms against Muslims and call for genocide. Hate speeches and calls for violence against communities based on religion or caste identities is unacceptable, the letter said. Now let's have a quick recap at the headlines once again. ECI announces dates for elections of 5 states including Manipur, polling to be held in 2 phases in Manipur, February 27 and March 3. Chief Minister N. Biren inaugurates Sarita Regional Boxing Academy at Mayang, Imphal. And youth shot dead, another injured at Moretown. Irate locals demolished gunman's house. And that brings us to the end of today's English News Bulletin. Keep watching Mami TV for latest news updates. Thanks for watching.